2 bombs exploded near the finish line of the Boston Marathon a few hours after the first of the runners had crossed the finish line. The latest reports have said that 3 people have been killed, including an 8-year-old boy, and has left over 140 people injured. Some injuries are life-threatening. More spectators than runners were injured, and those injuries included burns, loss of extremities, and other severe injuries from flying debris. Runner Tim Davey of Richmond, Virginia, claims that he and his wife were attempting to cover their children's eyes from the gruesome sights surrounding them. NBC Sports reported that they saw many runners continuing on running after passing the finish line to the nearest hospital to donate blood and to help in any way possible. Much of the information that has been released is still highly speculative, but this is what we believe to know at this time. It has been reported that there were as many as 6 bombs placed in the Boston area. However, investigations are still underway to determine the validity of those claims. However, we do know that only 2 bombs were detonated. In Washington, D.C., the security level around the White House was increased, and the president addressed the public concerning this event. Here is a clip of his speech.
And security team on the events in Boston. We're continuing to monitor and respond to the situation as it unfolds, and I've directed the full resources of the federal government to help state and local authorities protect our people, increase security around the United States as necessary, and investigate what happened. The American people will say a prayer for Boston tonight, and Michelle and I send our deepest thoughts and prayers to the families of the victims in the wake of this senseless loss. We don't yet have all the answers, but we do know that multiple people have been wounded, some gravely, in explosions at the Boston Marathon. I've spoken to FBI Director Mueller and Secretary of Homeland Security Napolitano, and they're mobilizing the appropriate resources to investigate and to respond. I've updated leaders of Congress in both parties, and we reaffirm that on days like this there are no Republicans or Democrats. We are Americans united in concern for our fellow citizens. I've also spoken with Governor Patrick and Mayor Menino and made it clear that they have every single federal resource necessary to care for the victims and counsel the families. And above all, I made clear to them that all Americans stand with the people of Boston. Boston police, firefighters, and first responders, as well as the National Guard, responded heroically and continue to do so as we speak. It's a reminder that so many Americans serve and sacrifice on our behalf every single day, without regard to their own safety, in dangerous and difficult circumstances. And we salute all those who assisted in responding so quickly and professionally to this tragedy. We still do not know who did this or why, and people shouldn't jump to conclusions before we have all the facts. But make no mistake, we will get to the bottom of this, and we will find out who did this. We'll find out why they did this. Any responsible individuals, any responsible groups will feel the full weight of justice. Today is a holiday in Massachusetts, Patriots' Day. It's a day that celebrates the free and fiercely independent spirit that this great American city of Boston has reflected from the earliest days of our nation. And it's a day that draws the world to Boston's streets in a spirit of friendly competition. Boston is a tough and resilient town, so are its people. I'm supremely confident that Bostonians will pull together, take care of each other, and move forward as one proud city, and as they do, the American people will be with them every single step of the way. You should anticipate that as we get more information, our teams will provide you briefings. We're still in the investigation stage at this point, but I just want to reiterate, we will find out who did this, and we will hold them accountable. Thank you very much.
It is still unknown who the bombers is or are and what their motive was. Of course, America's minds race to Al-Qaeda or North Korea, but we cannot assume anything at this time, and we must keep our faith in knowing that the FBI is working diligently to figure out who the culprits are. Many people in the Indianapolis area are concerned with the upcoming mini-marathon. However, Indianapolis authorities have assured runners and spectators that they are furthering a new emergency plan that will be released closer to the day of the event. Officials of all rankings remind anyone going out to large public events to be aware of his or her surroundings and to report anything that one may deem suspicious. As more information comes in from this tragedy, Rock TV will keep you informed. That's all for today, and thank you for watching.